The RV Show USA.
Y'all ever watch that show Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe? You know, the guy that he always finds people with awful jobs and goes and finds out about them. In this segment, our guest is probably waiting on that phone call to be featured on the show, but I think he's going to have a long time to wait. So I'm going to let him tell you about it, and you can decide for yourself how awful his job has been. Let's bring up Mr. John Holod with RV Adventure Videos. Hiya, John.
Hey, fine. Don't kid yourself. It's horrible. I have to go to Alaska for a couple of months, film, and go on free boat rides and helicopter trips and do Route 66. It's just terrible, but somebody's got to do it. I try and bring the information to the RVers out there. That's my job.
And you've been doing this for how long? Tell us how you started doing this, because I went to your website, find your story fascinating, and your work, by the way, is just top-notch. I love it.
Well, thank you very much. I've been doing it for this is my 29th year. And for those of in your audience there who are the 50-plus age or so, you remember travel logs when you were young, and they had them at the Kiwanis Club at a Rotary and performing arts centers and colleges. Well, I started doing the travel logs first with 16-millimeter movie film. That's how long it was ago. And I went to Czechoslovakia and Cuba and South Africa, and I traveled the country giving live shows. And I would travel. I did 185 shows in 6 months between September and May. So I was in hotels all the time, eating out. And I went by an RV place one day, and I said, hey, why don't I buy one of these? And then I can travel in an RV, eat my own food, and sleep where I want, and enjoy it a lot more. So I bought an RV back in the late 90s and ended up putting on about 600,000 miles on all of them total, and traveled all around and started making films just about America and Canada, the East Coast, Newfoundland, and Gulf Coast, and, of course, Florida and the Rocky Mountains and Alaska. So that's the way it all started, doing live shows in front of people. And it's I've done a lot of the RV shows around the country, the big ones like in Tampa and Hershey, Pennsylvania, and Chicago. And it's been just a pleasure doing it because RVing is the best way to travel. You make up your own rules, you know.
Well, and your video production work, you know, how would you describe it, the way you produce compared to a lot of these? I'm not bashing. I've got a YouTube channel. There's a jillion YouTube channels out there on these videos, but it seems that you go about it from a true producer's perspective. I mean, you're trying to tell a story.
Yeah, it's more of a story. I think it's more interesting than just going from point A to point B. And that's the way I like to travel, even when I'm not filming. You know, see what most people don't get to see. So in my videos, you'll see Rocky Mountain National Park, and you'll see Yellowstone and all that. But you'll also see the Black Canyon and the Gunnison and the Dinosaur National Monument and places that most people don't know about. So that's what I promote my videos as. It's kind of like a travel guidebook, but on video. So I show you, you watch it before you go on your trip, and then you can pick out places you might be interested in and places you might not be interested in.
One of the things that my takeaways from watching the videos that I've watched of yours is compared to many of the YouTube videos, to me, a YouTube video most of them could be titled, "Watch Me Do Stuff," whatever that is. Your videos are not that way. At least they seem to me. They seem to be, this is the stuff you can do. And you're not in it. I mean, because you're shooting the camera and doing you're videotaping, filming people that are having fun and doing these things. So it's really it's not about you. Watch me. You're really, truly trying to help people find these out-of-the-way places and answer questions so they can better prepare for their road trip. For example, going to Alaska. A lot of people are doing that this time of year, preparing to go. And your videos would be perfect for that.
Yeah, my videos are about your trip, not as much as my trip. So, I show you where to go and what to see and what not to see and stuff. And you never see me talking too much in the videos unless I'm telling some bad jokes. You probably saw a couple of those, but you got to keep them laughing in the video and stuff. But I get to interview all kinds of amazing people and and like Route 66, and went down there and did all the museums. Will Rogers was just amazing, and all the old cars and things. And it's just a great way to see America. People ask me always, why travel in an RV when you can stay in a hotel? I said, well, when you go in a hotel, you go inside, lock the door behind you with 5 locks, and you watch TV or you get on your phone or your computer. I said, when you go to an RV park, you unlock all your doors, open them up, sit out in lawn chairs, and people you don't know bring you food and drinks for free. So it's a whole different thing, and you get to actually talk to people.
Talk to me about the friends that you've made. I mean, I guarantee you've made countless friends in those 29 years of traveling this great country and our world producing films. And, I mean, you got to have stories.
That was one of my favorite parts, is meeting people on the road. And I still talk to people I met, 25 years ago up in Alaska or something. We still keep in touch. I think when you travel in an RV, it's just a lot better. And maybe he's coming from the other way that you're going, and they can tell you about what's going to come up next for you to see, and you can talk to them. But these days people got their big TVs in the RV, and that's fine and stuff. But I like to be outside and talk to people and learn more about people where, that's what's interesting. And scenery is always beautiful, but the people are the most interesting parts, I think.
Absolutely. Now, your videos they're actually on DVDs. You do some previews on YouTube, but you got to pay for these videos. And believe me, folks, they are worth it. They're beautifully produced. But tell us about that. Why don't you just make them free like everybody else does on YouTube, John?
Well, I find out if I give them away for free, I don't make as much money.
Maybe you haven't given enough of them away, right? Just give more and your money will start coming.
I do most of my sales in person and at the travel shows and at the RV shows. So people come up to me and want to talk, and then I sell them the video there. So I give them a lot of information. It's an 80-minute film. It's a beautiful travel log, as you mentioned. All the nice scenery and everything. But also the bonus is on every DVD I've got 45 minutes of extra footage, which also shows you the best campgrounds, the best restaurants, the best fishing guides, tours, even detailed maps. I actually go through an atlas with you in the video and show you exactly where to drive so you don't get lost like I do all the time. So it's very informative, and I think that's why it's worth something. It's just like you said. It's not John goes to Alaska, look at me catching fish and stuff. So.
Yeah, it really takes you there. If I were going to Alaska, if I were going to RV to Alaska or take the Route 66 highway from Chicago over to California, anyway, I would have to have your videos to watch them, because it would not only will it tell me what to look out for, where to stop and what to see, but it heightens the excitement of the planning of the trip, I think, by just watching those things.
Yeah, planning's half the fun. I tell people, watch the videos at home, take them in the RV with them when they're on the road going to Alaska or Route 66. And if you can't afford to go on vacation one year, you can just sit in your driveway and put it on the TV in the RV and pretend you're driving to Alaska. I do that all the time. But, they definitely help you out and show you what to see and what not to see. You don't want to waste time. I mean, how many times are you going to get to Alaska? You want to see all the good stuff.
Yeah, and you've got so many great titles. We got to wrap this thing up. How do people learn more about your great videos, John?
Just go to RV Adventure Videos. Videos is plural. RVAdventureVideos.com, and they're online there. You can see some previews of all my videos. I got 10 of them. And then if you want to see what a real video, I just show 3 minutes of each one with music. But I show Route 66. I show 30 minutes of that, and that gives you an idea.
You start teasing everybody and make them buy the whole deal. All right, we've got to let you go. Thank you so much. We'll get you on again soon to talk about Alaska. How's that?
All right, pleasure talking to you. Keep traveling. Good luck.
All right, same to you. All right, folks, RVAdventureVideos.com.
Hi, this is Goose from the RV Show USA, and these are today's winners to ensure you get your $50 gift card. Make sure you send an email to info@thervshowusa.com And if you would like to enter to win a $50 gift card of your very own, head over to the RVShowUSA.com and sign up for our email list. And if you like this video and would like to see more, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's right over there. And turn on the notifications so you will be notified whenever a new video comes out for the RV Show USA. And as always, thank you for watching.